Social media users fill our feeds with show-off success, high-end villas, expensive vacation trips, luxury cars, and glitzy posh accessories. Somehow, it makes us think that they live a good life without financial problems at all. Eventually, most people use up all of their salaries to feel that they belong in society and have something to flex in social media. Banks and credit card companies gladly extend card limits to allow people to look rich, though in reality, they are living from paycheck to paycheck. In this video, we will show you 15 ways poor people try to look rich. Let's get it on. 1. Buying expensive cars. One of the most common mistakes that poor people make is buying things that lose value. For instance, purchasing fancy cars over houses. Like, what's up with a luxurious car? Its value decreases, and we all know wealthy people primarily invest in things that give positive cash flow, like realty. People who are trying to look rich show off flashy vehicles to hook people's praises. Meanwhile, rich people drive simple and understated cars to go unrecognized. Why is that? Rich people value their security more than attention. After all, they have a lot to lose. Remember that cars are among the worst investments a person could make. Building a house comes first for the riches. Why should a person even buy a car when still paying house rent? 2. Overdressing. People who are trying to look rich don't know how to dress depending on a particular event. You might have seen a girl wearing high heels to a garden party or on a sailing trip. Most of the time, the poor's goal is to impress other people with what they wear because they cannot afford to show off in any other way. They usually go in the best dress and best pair of shoes they have. They have limited options, hence they tend to overdress in some events. Rich people don't do that. They have a vast option in their clothing collection, so they can dress appropriately for different events. 3. Purchasing expensive bags. People who are trying to look rich often buy on impulse. They buy non-necessities like designer bags on a whim. Most of the time, they do it to show other people that they are achieving better than them. But what's the point of having an expensive handbag worth $1,000 when you don't have money to pay for your utility bills? Does it even make sense that you have a luxurious bag but don't have a single penny to put inside of it? 4. Having a lot of cash. This one might not make sense to you. You might be asking, what? How can I be poor, trying to look rich when I have a great deal of cash? Perhaps you didn't expect the cash to be a symbol of poverty, but it is. Actual rich people don't carry around cash in their pockets. It's all in their bank account. Here's another catch. There's a long period of waiting to finish the withdrawal of amounts as big as $10 million or more. It may even take up to months. If a person can immediately withdraw all the money they have from the bank, they are fake rich, having a small balance in their account. 5. Taking entry-level brands as luxury brands. You might have seen your neighbor flaunting his Michael Kors, Pandora, and Tommy Hilfiger, but for riches, they are not a big deal. Those brands are on the tip of the iceberg, mid-range products created for the middle and lower class. You might not have heard this, but there are various tiers of luxury brands. For instance, there's a Valentino where you can purchase bags for only $100. Then comes Valentino Garavani, where you will find bags worth $3,000 each. The same goes with Versace. A lot of luxury brands leverage their name recognition to entice you to pay more for generic products. These generic products, though under a high-end brand name, break as easily as low-class products. People who are trying to look rich pay for the brand and not for the quality of the items. 6. Bragging about money. Actual rich people avoid speaking about money unless it's a business deal. Suppose a person buys a luxury item and then brags about the hefty amount they paid for it. Then that person is just trying to look rich. Wealthy people don't even think about the price of their purchase. Think about it this way. No one mentions how much they spent on a piece of chewing gum. Does it make sense now? 7. Bedazzling everything. People who are trying to look rich show off their bedazzled items as some kind of status symbol. Most often than not, These people perceive their worth from other people's approval. Hence, bedazzling everything is their last resort to seek validation. They go with a bedazzled phone case, Starbucks cup, jeans, and even sequin dresses. Instead of looking like a rich person, most end up looking cheap. 8. Renting or borrowing cars for a date. Impressing your girl on your date is a good thing, but never fascinate her with a rented or borrowed car. Trying to look rich to entice a dating partner will never be a good idea. You may enjoy driving around on a Benz on your first date, but how about the following dates? Are you sure you can keep renting a car around? You'll lose tons of money. Stop faking it till you make it. You might lose in the idea of pretending. Things would be better if you start taking the first step. Don't sabotage yourself on the first round of the game. 9. Walking like a billboard. You will know when a person is trying to look rich when he seems like a walking billboard for flaunting the brand so much. Some people even leave the tags on to show off the brand name. On the other hand, most rich people value design and quality over logo brands. You should too. 10. Name dropping. You know you've made it far when you don't even need an introduction nor associate yourself with other people to add value to yourself. Dropping names of famous people to your benefit is a form of network flexing. People who are trying to look rich know they can't stand on their own, so they will deliberately associate themselves with successful people to gain credibility. Before checking on the last 5 ways poor people try to look rich, if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, kindly do so by clicking on the subscribe icon below. Remember to give us a like, share the video, and turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. Let's continue. 11. They overspend. When you think about the type of lifestyles the rich can afford, you probably picture luxuries like a ski chateau in Chamonix or a closet full of Manolos. But wealthy people are more down to earth than you might imagine. Millionaires aren't out there buying Lamborghinis. They make purchasing decisions based on their current financial status and their goals. They're rich because they're good at keeping money, not spending it. On the contrary, clout chasers try to get attention by overspending on parties, shopping sprees, and holiday treats. 12. Plastic surgery and artificial beauty. Why are people resorting to cosmetic surgery? There is an increasing pressure to look young and beautiful, especially for women, who are still more likely to be judged on appearances, particularly in the workplace. The media is full of makeover programs, glamorizing cosmetic surgery, and celebrities who look even perkier. Subliminally, and not so subliminally, our culture is changing how humans feel they should look. People believe they will be happier and more successful if they conform more closely to these cultural norms. Some people get plastic surgery to help their self-esteem. You may perceive that you have physical flaws. Other people may notice what you believe to be there. Others may not. That doesn't matter though. All that matters is that you are not bothered by these apparent slights and imperfections. If there's an issue with your physical appearance that's doing a number on your confidence, it may be in your best interest to explore your options. You have every right to do anything you can to feel better about yourself. The lips, tummy, nose all get to be altered to attempts to look young, more attractive, and richer. 13. Good from outside homes. I'm convinced of 2 things. First, we all desire to be more authentic in our lives. Second, we give up because this whole getting to know ourselves thing is damn hard work. It's also the most important work we'll ever do. Poor people fake it by decorating their homes from the outside, but on the inside, things are pretty much different. Authenticity is the ability to share the deepest and truest parts of ourselves with other people. It begins with knowing who we are and what we believe. We're told that we need to be ourselves, but how many people know what that means? Steel gates and well-lawn grass, but our son or daughter may as well be sleeping hungry inside all these eye-catching abodes. Call it fake flexing. 14. Prioritize design over utility. For many people, buying a luxury handbag is not an uncommon purchase. perhaps just as common as buying a blouse at Target Corporation. While the appeal of luxury goods is undeniable, the leather is soft, the logo is flashy, the price tag can be off-putting. Unless you've got a good job with a high salary or have developed fantastic personal saving habits, buying luxury consumer goods can be cost-prohibitive. Many consumers who buy luxury goods are not in a financial position to be able to afford luxury goods. One way to explain this is that many consumers do not act rationally or in a way that is in their best financial interest. Or should we just call it fake flexing? Fake people perceive non-luxury goods as inferior simply by virtue of them being non-luxury. They also come to the conclusion that higher-priced goods are of better quality, contrary to any evidence about their actual level of quality or durability. 15. Pathetic sounding. Since the earliest times, humans have needed to be sensitive to their surroundings to survive, which means that we have an innate awareness of our environment and seek out environments with certain qualities. First of all, humans have a strong need for safety and security and look for those attributes in their environment. We also look for physical comfort, such as an environment with the right temperature. In addition, we seek an environment that is psychologically comfortable. For example, environments that are familiar but offer the right amount of stimulus. Poor people put more emphasis on what's inside the house, disregarding the surrounding environment. Rich people, on the other hand, focus more on the outside view. I guess that answers why top billionaires enjoy living in secluded areas. There we go. Did you enjoy our video? From the attributes we just talked about, can you tell if you know a person living a fake life? Well, if you enjoyed our video, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our fantastic content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. We value your feedback. Feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section below.